Hello, YouTube. Um, this is a terrible start already. Okay, so the reason that I'm making this video is a couple weeks ago on stream, I did pull for Columbina, and I did really well in at work. So I had promised that if I farmed a decent set for Ineffa, that I would pay for her outright. Like I wouldn't use my saved Primogems or whatever. I would just outright pay for her. And well, for the Morning Star set, I did do pretty well. I got her a set. It's currently on my Yehoda. I'm just getting a notepad to write on real quick because I got to write down all the numbers and stuff. But if I take a look at my Yehoda, she's my placeholder for the Morning Star set, and then Amber is for the Hex set, which I always forget the name of. So this is my current build that I'm set to give to Ineffa. As we can see here, I have 65 crit rate. I don't know if she ascends with crit rate or not, but that's essentially 70 crit rate right there. Yeah, and then you're looking at 76 crit damage. Not great, but certainly not bad. So this is over 206 CV on crit value, and then if we look at the attack substats, we got plus 90 or 985. No EM. That was a huge disappointment. That was a huge disappointment. So that needs to change. But I do have all the right supports. You know, I have C6 Sucrose. I know she's not C6, but I think I might pull for Jibai, but that's neither here nor there. That's in the future. So the only thing I don't have is a Flynn's, but I do have a Columbina, and so I have a decent artifact set, and that's all I wanted to do was just get a decent artifact set, and I could change the circlet out to get more crit damage, by the way. But yeah, I just really wanted to get a good set, and then that would be the deciding factor if I pulled for Ineffa. I'm at 0 pity, I've already checked it out, so I'm currently at 17703. I don't want to mess with that, and then 16 fates. And then for Genesis crystals, I am currently at 8700. I don't actually want to touch those Genesis crystals because those are just for outfits and stuff like that in the future. But yeah, I have already topped up on my PlayStation wallet. I have not purchased any new Genesis crystals outside of the first one I ever bought, which was for Nefer's weapon, which I ended up getting before I even needed to dip into Genesis crystals, so that was kind of funny. But anyways, without further ado, I am going to be pulling for Ineffa. All the stage is set. The only thing I haven't done is like farmed for her, but I'm not going to do that on video or on this video specifically. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I currently have topped up for $100 because I did pretty well at work, and I got paid a day earlier than I thought I was going to get paid. So these are all the numbers right now. I'm at 330 star glitter, so I hope that will get even more. The reason why I didn't pull for Ineffa when I pulled for Columbina is because I went all the way to pity. Specifically, I went all the way to like 80 pity. When I last counted, it was like 85 pulls in total, and yeah, it was like, it might not have been 80 pity, but it felt like it at the time. I had 70 pity built up already. I did a 10 pull, and then I got a standard banner character. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Kaching or something. But yeah, I didn't have room to then try to pull for Ineffa because I didn't want to go below 8,000 Primogems. So I've more than doubled my Primogem savings, which is really nice. And we have even more to come, as we're going to get another 10 pull during Lantern Rite and all that other stuff. But that's not what you're here for. You're here to see how I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a package, one at a time. I'm not going to go crazy and buy every single one of them, because who knows, maybe I might snipe an early copy or something. But I'm going to start with the largest one that I haven't purchased yet. Like, I'm not going to do the $100 one, because if you do the 50, the 30, the 15, and the 5, they equal more than what the $100 one would be, I think. It's either the same amount or more. So And obviously I've already topped up on the $100 one, so the bonus Genesis crystals are non-existent. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and purchase the $50 pack. I already know how many Genesis crystals I started with, and let's go ahead and get that going. And there we go. Okay, so 6560 is what I have to work with. 6560. All right. So that's 40 pools? Yeah, that's 40 pools in total. Get my little calculator out here. Divided by 160. Yeah. Okay, so 6,400 is usually 40 pools. All right, so let's go ahead and convert those now. Actually, I'm just going to pull and then I'll convert them later. I just need to keep in mind how much I had at the start. So 40 pools. And then we'll have, whoops, I did the math wrong. Then we'll have, oh, I could have done that in my head. We'll have 160 left as far as Genesis crystals. So, here we go. Ineffa's banner. Let's see if I can snag a copy. Maybe I'll C6 my Ineffa. I almost said my Ineffa. God, no. All right, here we go. Pull number 1. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do a single pull. Here we go. First 10 pull. No early. Ineffa? I want to quit already. This happened on my last pulling session. Every time! I always see the bell. Whenever I do a large pulling session, whenever I go from like 0 to 80 or whatever, I always see the bell. This is a terrible sign. This is a terrible sign. Not even a character. Alright. This is number 20. I'm going to write them down on my little notepad here. I've done 1 10 pull, now 2. Alright, Ineffa? No. Okay. Another 5-star glitter, though. I'll take that. Number 3. So 30. Alright. There's the Ineffa. Alright, so that was 3. You can hear my pen clicking, probably. Alright, here's number 4. And if I see the gold, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to mute myself so that way I can hear her talk. 40. Alright, nothing. Hey, there we go. Okay, I think I need one more Ineffa copy to get C6. And then I'll have C6 all the 4 stars. So that was 40. So now, just to kind of keep track of everything. Like, I could keep going right now and then just buy these later, but I'd rather do this the right way. So now I'm going to buy this one and see what that equates to. Alright, so 39.60 plus the 160 that was left over. So that's 41.20, not quite 30 pulls, I don't think. Yeah, it's 25 pulls. So I'm just going to do 20 pulls. And that is... Wait. Yeah, that's 3,200 minus 3,200. So I'm going to have 920 left over. Alright. This is now going to be 50 pity, so here we go. 50. Still nothing. Alright. Damn, no Ineffa. Alright, I need one more Ineffa. Alright, here we go. 60. No early either. Sad. Still no Ineffa. My god. I went 85 pulls last time. I didn't get a single copy. At least I got 2 copies this time around. That was 60. Now we go back to the shop. Alright, and we get the $15 pack. This is torture. Probably for you and just... Okay, there we go. Not just for me, but for you as well. Alright. There we go. So, 1960 plus 920. It's 2,800. Not even a full 20 pulls. Okay. So we'll have 1280 left over. So that's 110 pull. Here we go. 70. Oh my god. No early. And no Ineffa! What the hell? Alright, that's unfortunate. So this is gonna be... Wow, we went all the way to the end. Okay, we're doing it. I'm so sad right now. There we go. Plus 600, and that's exactly 1880. So we have 280 Genesis crystals left over afterwards. So just enough for one more 10 pull. Please, please give it to me. At least within 80, please. Alright, I'm gonna do... I'm not gonna do singles. Nope, I'm not gonna do singles. Let's just do the 10 pull, rip off the band-aid. Let's go. Here's 80. Alright, shutting up. Okay, I'm actually really happy that I just got Ineffa, because now I have him at C6. Alright, cool. Next. That was 78 pity too. Oh my god. That's unfortunate. It just wasn't meant to be. Now I'm at 2 pity. It just wasn't meant to be. I'm just not meant to have Ineffa. And I'm not spending more money. This is what happens when you gamble, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why I always say you don't need to spend money to get good, because this is the most depressing outcome I could have gotten, I think. Alright, let's fix my numbers to where they were before, so that it would seemingly be like it was unaffected. I still have a single pull, so I'm just going to do that. I'm at 2 pity, this is 3. So minus 160. Oh, I got a 4-star. I was looking away. Hey, okay, that I'll take that. Cool, I got a Fab Sword. That's actually pretty good. Pretty good? Alright, pretty good. So how many Fab Swords do I have now? All I have to do is just pretend like I'm gonna refine one. So now I have... Okay, so I got this one, and a level 91. So I now have 3 unrefined Fab Swords, and I have 2, I think, that have refinements. They're being used. Yeah, there we go. Shilonen has an R3, and Farina has an R5. I think once I get my 4th one to level 90, I'll start refining again. So I'm going to put refinements into Shilonen's. I think that would be best. And just have 4, because I don't really think I need more than 4 Fab Swords. I don't know how many teams would require that many sword users. Okay, it's unfortunate, but that was the pulling sesh. I have 120 Genesis crystals left over, or that I will have 120, so that's going to be added to my 8,700 that I had before. So let's fix it now. We are going to go here. We're going to get 16 intertwined fates. That's what I had at the start. There we go. And then for primos, I currently have 4743. So 4743. Whoops, did that wrong. 17703 minus 4743. There we go. I don't need to put this in the video, but I'm going to anyway. And you're gonna like it! Alright, anyway. Sorry for your eardrums. And here we go. Now they're back to where they were. So when I count the savings of what I've done this banner phase, this is going to reflect on like what I had at the beginning, which is roughly over 8,000 after I was done pulling for Colombina. It's unfortunate this is how it ends up. I was really hoping to get Ineffa. I farmed a set for her. It just wasn't meant to be. I'm not gonna pull for her anymore until she gets another rerun. That's just the name of the game, man. It's went all the way to pity, 78, not quite 80 at least. But hey, C2 Dia, what does she get? And Molten Inferno Raging Flying Duration, increase fire sector field will be increased. Molten Inferno Raging, is that her burst? Oh no, it's just her skill. So what does it say? When she uses her skill. Oh, the second part of her skill, Raging Flame. Okay, I see. Got it. So you just do her skill. You do skill, and then you get an extra 6 seconds. Additionally, when the Fiery Sanctum exists on the field, damage dealt by its next coordinated attack will be increased by 50% when active characters within the Fiery Sanctum field are attacked. Wait, what? Additionally, when a Fiery Sanctum exists on the field, that's the circle, damage dealt by its next coordinated attack will be increased by 50% when active characters within it are attacked. That's such a shit effect. Like, what kind of stipulation is that? Why not just increase the damage? I gotta get attacked first? That's so lame. They really did her wrong. They really did Dia wrong. I think once I get to C4, I might try to start building her for DPS rather than just a tenacity sacrificial sword holder. Because that's all I'm using her for, is when I need pyro application, I put her on tenacity, I use sac sword, I use her skill, it procs for the double or whatever thing, and then I can use it again later and refresh the field. At least now with C2, it will last longer, but that is really freaking depressing. But yeah, this is what I needed for DPS Dia. More energy, and does it say more max HP? Unleashes during lane 9 bite. Hit opponents, they will restore energy and 2.5% of her. Oh, it heals. Okay. So it's like you use her burst, and then she restores energy and HP while she's bursting. That's what it is. Okay. Only by 15% of crit damage. Wow. Oh, okay, it says the maximum can be 60. Alright, well, if I ever get a C6 Dia, I'm definitely going to build her for DPS, that's for sure. C4 is when I will start trying, and I can farm like a Borokasha set or something. But for now, Dia, you've just taken my 50-50, and this is now another 50-50 loss in a row, so that's the second one. Yeah, hope you liked the video. But that's what we get in 80 pulls or less. I'm so sad. But I did use the last single pull, so that was technically 81 pulls. But alright guys, whether you enjoyed or not, I thank you for stopping by, and depending on when you're watching, have a great morning, afternoon, or night. Sorry, Columbina. And just remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and just have fun. Remember, or I should say, don't forget that when it comes to these gacha games, you do not need to spend money to get good. Don't ever feel pressured by the meta or anybody else having really good built characters that you meet in co-op or anything like that. Just have fun, just play the way you want. And if this is like a small hobby, a small thing that you spend money on from time to time and it doesn't hurt you, then by all means do what you want. But don't ever put yourself in a bad situation, guys. Don't do it. Alright, this was just me having a bit of fun, trying something out, and regretting it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Peace out, everybody. See ya.